Today, I'm going to have a lot of fun in my brand new journal. I'm going to be playing with stamps and stencils, as well as creating a few Dutch doors. So stay tuned. Hey guys, I'm Tracy and I want to welcome you back to my channel. I want to thank you all so much for joining me today. And today I'm going to be setting up the January pages in my Currently journal. So if you have been around my channel for a while, yes, I am moving into a new journal for my Currently journal. Since April of 2023, I had been using this journal. So this is an Archer and Olive 8x8 journal. I only filled it halfway up. I keep want to say this year, but in 2025, I kind of fell off. I was very consistent with this since 2023 when I started it. But then I just, for some reason, midway through 2025, I just fell off. Actually, early 2025, I just fell off. I really like the concept and I really want to give it another go, and I want to start in a new journal because look, I didn't even do November. So I just want to just start fresh, maybe like stick to this time. You know, a new journal is like a new planner, it brings more excitement and you're ready to like be consistent with it. Like I said, I was very consistent for a year and a half. So that is good. I'm not complaining about that. But yeah, I just wanted to move into a new journal. So that is what I'm going to do. Currently journal, think of currently prompts. I'm going to take it up a little bit, and I'm still going to do like my top 3 moments of the month and stuff like that in here as well. So I decided to try my hand at an A5, mainly because I have a lot of A5 journals. Plus, with the A5, it's a little bit of a smaller size, so it's not as intimidating as far as space goes. I can use more pages if I want more space, which today I think I'm going to use a lot of pages. Or if I find that, you know, using a lot of pages isn't really something that I want to stick with, then I can just narrow it down. So that's why I decided with this. So this is, I think this was Night Blooms is the name of this. This is now a journal that is being restocked on Archer and Olive's website. I think it's part of like their new everyday collection. It's absolutely gorgeous. When I picked it up, the only thing that was available at that time was the blank pages. So this is going to be very interesting to write in, but it'll be fine. It'll be fine. I can't even write straight when there's dot grid. So I'm sure it'll be fine. I purchased it before it became a part of the everyday collection. But I figured let's just do it for this. It's just so pretty and I think it'll be fun to use. So I did do this really fun cover page. I did this on my own time. That is why it turned out so cute. If I did it in front of the camera, it would not have looked this cute. I got a whole bunch of images off of Creative Fabrica and Canva of just like little like animals doing kind of things that are going to be in my currently prompts, like, you know, watching, listening, reading, crafting, cooking, shopping, things like that. I just thought it was really cute, and I did keep it very simple. However, I'm not going to be keeping it simple for the month of January. I'm going to be doing a Dutch door spread with an actual door too. I don't know why I do this to myself, but there's a lot of prompts that I want to capture. And because I'm doing this halfway through the month, I kind of already know that there's enough stuff for me to put in these prompts for the space. I've been watching TV. I've been reading a lot of books. I haven't really been listening into anything, but we still might put that in here. I've been planning stuff. I've been learning stuff as far as work goes and stuff like that. So there's a lot of prompts that I can do. I do have these currently prompt stamp set from Allele by Mail. I bought these a while back. They're really cool. I think they're like $11 or $12 on her website. There's actually 2 sets of them, but I got the ones that are kind of going to be more likely that I will use. There might be some other prompts that I want to do as well. We'll see. We'll see how I'm going to do it. We'll start thinking about it as I start decorating. I also pulled a lot of images from Creative Fabrica. So Creative Fabrica is a site where you pay a membership. It's like $3.99 a month if you do like a year-long subscription. So, and I think they give you money off because I think I pay like $40 for the entire year. And basically you just get free clip art images that would cost you otherwise. So it's really, really cool resource if you have the ability to print from home. Everything here is pretty much from Creative Fabrica. I think there might be a few things here that may be from Canva. I think these owls may be from Canva, but these were from Creative Fabrica. Yeah, but for the most part, a lot of this was from Canva, and I did put this together. They were just single branches. I kind of made a tree, and then I put like birds and owls on them. So I kind of did all of that in Canva. So what I do is I grab clip art images and then I upload them into Canva and then kind of create designs to make my life a little bit easier when it comes to putting it on paper. So this is what we're going to use today. You can see a lot of the branches. So I did flip them because it's going to make it easier for the Dutch door. You can see how these are the same exact images. They're just in reverse. It looks like this one may be printed a little bit more saturated than this one, but it's fine because when you look at one, you're not going to see the other. And then I have a similar branch situation with birds. And then I have a window. So what I am thinking is this is going to be our back page. So this will not be cut. This is going to be the page with the branches. And I do think I'm going to have the branches like this because I'm going to draw boxes here for me to write my currently prompts. Because I thought at one point, you know, I was like, well, I could technically use this on the very first page. Like I could always use this, like instead of doing washi or some kind of design, use this on the back page and then have things come out over it for the Dutch door. But I think I want to do it like this. It could be a bad decision, but you know, this is a creative journal and creativity comes with trial and error. All right, so this will be I haven't decided. I have stencils. I might just do stencils here. But yes, so I'm going to do the branches coming outward. So I'm going to do some cutting. And then on this one, I'm going to have some of the owls kind of flying over top of it. I'm not exactly sure what else. That might be it. And then I think I'm going to put one of these little guys because I have the wolf and I also have a bunny. I think it's a bunny. Yeah, that I'm going to have at the bottom. So that's 3 pages, right? And then when we come here, it's going to be boop, boop. There's a lot of things to write about, right? But like you see, like when I start doing the Dutch door, it's cutting the space. So I literally have space for like 6 prompts. That's how I'm looking at it. So let me make sure. So we're going to have stencil, branches, flying objects, and then the door. Okay, so here we go here. Now, these aren't going to be able to touch just because then it's not going to be able to shut. The journal won't be able to shut. But I want to do this. So this is going to be kind of my title page. Okay, now I'm not going to do this every month. I mean, I do Dutch doors every month. We'll see because I have one other journal that I play in as far as like creativity goes. But I haven't been able to play in just regular journals that have no purpose. So like I do my affirmations journal for creativity. But I want to play more in journals for journals that I have to use or want to use anyway. So yeah, this is going to be my cover page. So what you're going to do for the month of January is you're going to turn here first and then you'll kind of backtrack. It's fine. It's my journal. And I'm going to there was a window on one of these guys. I'm going to put the window here, I think. We're going to see. So yeah, that is what I'm going to do. After I start cutting the pages and start seeing what's here and things like that, then that is when I'll like figure out what is going to be on what page. And what I mean by that is I'll probably have an entire page dedicated to watching because I've been watching quite a few shows and I plan on catching a few more shows. So I can write a list of the shows that I've been watching, because I can write a list because it's literally probably like 5 for this entire month. And again, I'm anticipating what I'm going to watch. And then I can do my favorite one and kind of write about that. The same thing for books read. I can write about the genres that I'm reading, because right now I'm kind of reading different genres. So because I have a reading journal, I don't think I'm going to do like reviews or my thoughts on the book, but I think I'll capture other things that aren't captured in my reading journal. So that's how I'm going to do it. We'll go through that as we set up. I don't want to talk too much about things I'll be talking about later. So I'm thinking here, I might want to have some white space because this is kind of busy. So I was thinking I would do snowflakes. So I have silver, I have this light blue, I have this dark blue, and I think this is a little bit glittery. So I might have to swatch these to actually see what they look like. But I'm thinking about putting that on the back page, but I'm not going to do that. This is not going to be done first. I think I'm going, this is going to be so hard to figure out, guys. So hard to figure out. And this is where the lack of lines is going to be so difficult. So yeah, these were branches that I got off of Creative Fabrica, and then I just made a tree. I just turned them in all different ways. I just kept duplicating them, changing the sizes and things like that because I wanted to make a tree. And then I put random like animals that you find in trees, or they're not, well, yeah, some of them are animals. I got ready to put a squirrel in there, but the squirrel was brown, and I wanted to kind of keep the blue and white kind of aesthetic. Okay. I am famous for forgetting what page I'm on and putting this on the wrong page. All right, so if this was like this, I kind of want, I mean, I can definitely put some more designs over here. I can put like washi and stuff. Because I'm thinking this is actually probably going to be a decent spot for this. Do I have anything wide that I can use? Everything is like, oh, can I do this? Ooh, well, that's not wide, but wait a minute. It's pretty straight, but I think it might have come over. Yeah, it did. Then I think on this side, I wanted the bunny. He's so big. It's probably a little larger. It's probably a little larger. We'll take him down a little bit. Oh, wait a minute. I'm not thinking right. Hold up. Okay. This little guy needs to be here. Okay. Because of the Dutch door. All right. So I am not skilled with the gyro cut or anything like that. I think I might even have one somewhere that's a knockoff, but we're not going to do that. No, we're not. We are going to do this the hard way. Now, the way I'm going to do this is I'm just going to cut it as a straight line, and then I'm going to go in and kind of smooth it out with scissors. Oh, thank goodness I checked that, because I almost cut 2 pages. I'm the person that you're like, measure 5 times, cut once. I need to check how many pages I'm like cutting before I actually cut. All right, before I cut any more, I'm going to go ahead and put the one on the other side down. Okay, we're with the birds. Again, something I need to keep checking over and over again because I'm going to get a little bit more intricate. Oh, that just ripped. I'm going to have to piece together some of these branches. Okay. this one broke. And then the little bunny. Okay. So I do that. Basically, I want it to look cute from here. Usually when you do a Dutch door, you think more about like what's behind it here, but I'm kind of going the other way. So here, now we are going to do these snow owls that are very realistic looking, by the way. All right. So I want this guy to be like right here. Wait a minute. This is like, I'm gonna have no room. I think this guy is just a little too big. Just a little bit. Because I feel like he's like hiding these birds. Yes, I ripped them. But that's okay. That is okay. Now the other thing is, ooh, I didn't quite think about that. Okay. Whoop, he's ripped anyway. I don't think we're gonna use the owls. I think they're cute. However, I think, oh, that can rip. I think because of how this is, I kind of want to cut this where this is. It's kind of what I want to do. Actually, I could probably keep it right there. I don't know. I'm learning. This is like the first time I've done one like this. I've done like a 2-page spread where I've had all of this at, but this is my first time doing one full on, like a multiple page Dutch door with the little fold out door in it. This blade should be pretty good. But for some reason, it wasn't really cutting. Still can't see the rabbit. We're fine. We'll figure that out in a minute. I like to see everything. I like to look like a cohesive photo type thing. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to cut around the rabbit here. Or we're just gonna have to move the rabbit because I don't like that. Now I think the rabbit can stay on the other side because on the other side it's gonna be fine. But on this side it's not. So like I want it like this. And then say when you do this, it's fine. So I think that's fine. Okay. Okay, we're gonna leave all of this as is. So over here, we're gonna now do these. think this is a little crooked, but it's fine. So here we are going to make this a little bit larger than the door. I mean, then the fold out. Where's this one? I'm going to use this one. All right, I still don't know what I want to do there. I might not do anything there. I might just do... Let's grab my metal ruler. Now, because this one, I cut the other one, so like, I'm going to move this one over. I'm going to cut this one just a tad. Okay. That's how you fix it. You just cut the other one shorter. So that way you really can't see any of it from either side. There are no mistakes when you're crafting, remember? Unless you make yourself bleed or something like that, then that's a mistake. But like everything else is just a happy little accident. All right, these are perforated, so it's causing me problems. It's breaking before I want it to. Okay, so I like this because when I have the Dutch door open, you just see a tiny little sliver. But when you have it like this, it's like that. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. The other thing I could have done is just took a mild liner or a marker and like drew a line. Okay. All right, so we have all of that. I think this one needs to be cut a little bit. I'm liking this. I think this is really, really cute. Okay, this is up higher than this, or it might be bigger. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. It's fine. They don't need to be symmetrical. I think it's really, really cute. All right, what I'm going to do over here now is I am going to stencil. So I think I just want some snowflakes, and this can pretty much go over. I don't think I want any of these though. So this stencil is very rough. It is eating up my brush, but that's okay. I'll just toss it when I'm done with this. All right, so I'm thinking, now I like that, but we need some animals. So I'm thinking, do we want the wolf here? Ooh. That's kind of cool. I know it's off the page, but I like where the wolf is like seen. Okay. Then I don't think that looks bad. I think that looks cute. We'll have to figure it out. I might have to do some more stuff over here. But I kind of like it right now. I think I need... All right. So now I'm gonna need to do the same thing over here. The world's biggest squirrel. But it works. Now, I also have these snowflakes that I think would look cool also over here. Probably shouldn't have put these on yet. Let's go ahead and put the owls. Wait a minute. There we go. Okay. Look, y'all. Look how cute that looks. Okay. So, what am I thinking about the middle? Y'all, this is taking a long time. Not for y'all, but for me. All right, so I'm thinking about this. Do you think that's gonna look okay with like... I don't care. I want this. So... Okay. I like it. I really do. This is so pretty. Okay. Then I hope this fits. If not, it should. Yeah. We're just going to leave it. We are just going to leave it, and I'll just put something there, like a snowflake or something. You didn't think that we were going to do one of these videos and not to do a voiceover, did you? So I decided to kind of do most of the video in regular speed, or at least the first half of the video in regular speed, because there was a lot of thought process going on. And I felt like if I did a voiceover at that part of the video, it really wouldn't give you the whole insight of, you know, the process that I was going through when deciding where to put certain stickers, because there was a lot of indecisiveness and just a lot of things I needed to figure out. So while I was talking about that, you might have noticed that I removed the rabbit. So earlier you saw where I could not have the rabbit on both sides because when one of the flaps is closed, you only see half the rabbit, and I just do not like that. So at first I was going to keep the one rabbit on the one side of the page, and then it just has this weird cutout on the other, but I didn't like it. So I figured I wanted to mimic what it looked like on the right-hand side, where basically all of the other doors are cut the same length, or all of the other pages are cut the same length. So I only have one quote unquote Dutch door that has like the intricate cutting. All of the other ones are strictly just straight edges. And I'm okay with that. I actually think it looks really good just because the Dutch door itself is so busy with all of the stickers and things like that. I think it works really, really well. And to kind of give a contrast between the edge of the page and that busy Dutch door, I decided to line all of the edges of the pages with that blue washi tape. And I think it gives a really good contrast between all of the whites, grays, and light blues that are on that Dutch door, where, you know, the branches. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start decorating. This is the final part of the process. I really shouldn't say decorating. You'll see me throw stickers on here and there. So I'm like setting up this interior page, but it's going to be very, very minimal setup. But I wanted to use the printable stickers that I got, so that way I can just toss those sheets aside and then start actually stamping. So all I'm going to do here is add the header and then add a few stickers, and then again use washi. And then the only other decorating that you'll see is on the fold out door page. I'll just kind of go ahead and fill that in with snowflakes. But other than that, what you will see is me drawing some boxes on all of the other pages. I'm not going to go through what is on those pages with you right now, because I will do that when I come back to wrap everything up and kind of go through the entire thought process of why I drew boxes as certain sizes, why I chose certain pages for certain prompts, and all of that good stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead, put on some music, let you go ahead and finish watching the setup process. And like I said, I will come back at the end of the video and kind of chat a little bit more about everything, and then we'll wrap it all up. I'm sorry to interrupt your jam session, but yeah, this stamp was giving me problems. It was just the one that had the word currently on it. It was giving me problems. I think I might need to prime the stamp or whatever. It wasn't giving me even coverage even later on, so I don't think it had anything to do with the pressure. So I decided I wanted to like outline the stamp to see if it looked better. It didn't. You will see I pull out a Tombow and color it in to see if that looked better. It looked worse. So finally I decided, let me pull some of my alphabet stickers. I pulled some from a Live Love Posh sticker book that had some dark blues. All of the letters were available in dark blues except for an L. So I had to use two eyes and cut it down to make an L. And I had to strategically place some blank sticker paper to cover up some of this. But other than that, I was able to cover up this issue with some new alphabet stickers. So that kind of like saved the day there. I'm really not, well, I always say I'm not that much of a perfectionist, but that's not the truth. I am pretty much a perfectionist, but I do kind of let things go when it comes to creative journaling and things like that. But I loved this spread so much. I just could not deal with the ugly currently. I just couldn't deal with it. So I had to change it up. You will see I do use a stamp again, and it's fine, and I leave it as is. I think the problem was I was stamping halfway on the sticker and halfway off. I think that kind of made it worse too. But yeah, so I'll just let you go ahead and watch me cover this up with stickers and watch me finish stamping. And I think this is going to be the last interruption that I have. right, guys, let's take a quick look. So again, when I flip to January, this is where I want to start. So this is where I'm going to have my monthly highlights. Like I said, I haven't really figured out what I'm going to put here yet. So I think this is going to be something that I will come back to later and figure it out. We'll see if it's something that kind of stays in this journal month to month. It might be something that I no longer have come February. We'll see. And look how pretty all of this looks like that. And then we go here. This is my reading section. So we have my favorite book. I'll put like the cover here and just write a little like brief sentence, maybe even like a quote or something, because again, I have a reading journal. Here, I think I'm going to just journal about whatever. This month in particular, I've already read 3 different genres, so I might write about that here. Here, I think I'm going to write my stats, like how many books I read for the month, then the good and the bad. So this is where I mark out my other books that are not my favorite books. I'll list the other ones here. And then this is my currently kind of just single word sentence type prompts that I really don't need to elaborate on. At first I was going to put that here because I felt like that would be a better intro, but I think this is a little bit more space than this, and I need more space for my watching because this is something that I don't capture anywhere else. Like I said, for this month in particular, it might not be for future months, but for this particular month, I am watching a few TV shows that I really like. So I want to put the one that I'm really watching here, maybe do like the picture of the poster or something like that, and then kind of journal about it. And then I will list all of the other things that I watched. And then here I'll list if I watched any movies, because I don't watch any movies. So I'll just note I did not watch movies if I didn't watch movies. And then when we flip back to this other section, currently planning, again, because we're halfway through the month, I kind of know what I want to put in here. That's the reason why I'm going to be setting this up pretty much closer to the end of the month rather than the beginning of the month, just so that way I already have an idea of where I want to put things, how I want to kind of lay things out based on how things are already going this month. So for example, this month I have started planning a vacation. I booked a vacation, so now it's time to start planning. That's going to go in the big box. So the big thing that I'm planning will go here. Then I'll just write about some other things that I've been planning. Here, I thought it might be kind of interesting to write the number of planners that I am using in the month of January, because those that have multiple planners or multiple journals, maybe I'll put both of them here, knows that as the year goes on, we either add more to our lineup or take some away. So that could be something interesting to capture. And then we have learning. Again, I'm going to put the biggest thing that I'm learning here, then put something else here. And I don't know what I'm going to put here. We'll see. And then this is current events. So I'll like write the news, like something big that's going on in the news. Then I might write something like the Billboard charts, like what's the #1 song for the month, things like that. Put some things about maybe what's the top box office movie, just kind of things like that that will be interesting to look back on in the future. So not just newsworthy, but pop culture stuff, things of that nature is also going to go in here. So not necessarily like, you know, I want it to be like a little fun to like look back at. So I don't know when I say I'm going to put like the news in here, if it's going to be serious news or not. I got to figure that out. But there we go, guys. I really enjoyed this, and I'm really excited about the things that I'm actually going to capture. How do I keep forgetting to like snip all of this off? But yeah, I'm excited how I've decided to kind of change this up, because what I previously have been doing is just like doing like 6 boxes each month, maybe a little bit more, but not too much more, that would just have random prompts in it. And that's what I wrote. And then I had one page that was kind of just like monthly highlights. That's how I used to do it. But now I'm elaborating on watching. I'm elaborating a little bit on reading, and then I'm going to pick a few other things to elaborate on, and this is completely new, the current event. So I'm really excited about it. I think this is going to be a lot of fun. Plus, with me adding more things, that means I need more pages. That means I get to do some creative pages as well. So there we go, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Perhaps it gave you some ideas, whether it be how to decorate a spread or maybe just an idea for a new journal. All right, guys. As I said, if you enjoyed this video, please smash that like button. And if you have yet to subscribe, I hope you would also consider subscribing to my channel. That's all I have for now. I hope you have a good rest of your day, evening, or night. Until next time. Bye.